It is time for the first Litter Media Live of the week. We've had two special editions this morning, but this is our daily program that we have. It is tax day.
Ooh, did you have to bring that up?
Well, the good thing is I've already got all that taken care of.
Yeah.
So it's not a big issue for me, but there are a lot of folks that are probably doing what they can to knock down the doors of the tax offices or filing for extensions.
Yeah.
But never had to file for an extension.
Me neither.
Of course, working in radio all those years, we never made enough money to have to worry about filing extensions.
Yeah. Yesterday in Sunday school, we were talking about Zacchaeus, who was also a tax collector. Mm-hmm. So love on your tax collector today. Because even God loves them, yes.
That's right. He even made one a disciple in Matthew. So as we find ourselves here on this April 15th, we're at the midway point of the month. It's amazing how quickly the month has come and gone already. But we've got a lot of things to share with you today. Had a special trip on Saturday, so we'll share details there. It's already up on our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. But we'll give you a preview here in just a few short moments. And also, let's see, we've got more special events coming up this week, so we'll give a little preview of what people will get a chance to see as well here. In the meantime, I'm Dan Ramey. He's Mike Smith. Aaron Glandon, Mr. Hand 2, is off camera right now, but can you make an appearance, please? Thank you. There it is. All right, coming up in just a moment to look at news, sports, and this date in history. But first, we start with our weather, which is picture perfect today.
Another pretty day. Partly sunny, 78 for today, but clouding up for tomorrow with a high 75, and rain and some possible thunderstorms on Wednesday. So if you need to get your yard mowed or something, today and tomorrow is the day to do it.
And today is the day for me because I couldn't get it done over the weekend. So
that was Saturday.
We will jump into that for you coming up later today. Maybe I'll have yet even more allergies to worry about tomorrow morning. Yeah. So, yes. In the meantime, coming up, a look at news. But first, let me tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for nearly 5 decades now. They have 8 offices across Southern Ohio. If you want to find out more about Accurate services, what they can do for you and your business, just click on the ad that you see here. It says Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. That is on our website, littermedia.com. It'll take you right to their website, which is accuratehvac.com. News is next.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Chiropractic needs, physical therapy, they can do it all. Haynes Total Health Care Center, you'll find them on One Medical Drive right off of Marietta Road here in Chillicothe. They are celebrating their 50th year of serving the community. So if you want to find out more about Haynes, click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it will take you right to hayneshealth.com. News today, we're going to start with a little recap from what we had, a special event for you on Friday. We talked about the Hopewell Culture National Historical Park, but its play in what is going on this week. It is World Heritage Week, and we caught up with Susan Nicely and also Melody Young from the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau to talk about the things that you're going to see this week and how they're participating in opening up all their doors for people from around the world.
And a lot of it's just not realizing and appreciating what's in your own backyard. I mean, we hear that all the time. I haven't been there for 20 years or since I was in school. Now they want to go out and they're like, wow, this has been here all along. So it's really good. It's good for our community. It's a sense of pride for our community. And this week, World Heritage Week, is really that. A chance for locals to learn more about these sites.
So if you want to find out more, of course, the doors are open. So stop in and see them to learn yet even more. If you want to hear this conversation and view it, you can see it on our YouTube channel and also on the videos section here and also on Litter Media Radio. Then Saturday, I was out and about at the local fish hatchery out in Pike County. We're talking about Kincaid State Fish Hatchery, which I've lived down there 30 years, and this is the first time I'd stepped inside. I was impressed with what I saw and caught up with Jim McKee. He's a fish management coordinator with Kincaid State Fish Hatchery, and these are muskie eggs. There's like 1 million eggs in there, wow. And they raise the muskies, and they hatch all these eggs, and it's incredible. I'll tell you what, I'm going to step aside and let Jim McKee tell you more.
Soon, a lot of folks will see trout being put into local lakes and ponds and rivers and things of that sort. You've got the truck over your shoulder here, and is it going to be loaded up today, or is that
just set up on display today? Yeah, but yeah, we got kind of a custom kind of grain loader. It's got rubber belts in there. We can take and throw the fish in there, and it'll load them right up on the truck for us. Pretty nice. A lot easier than carrying them. We run our big truck there that's got a 1,200-gallon tank on it. There's 4 tanks divided up onto that truck, and then we actually have 2 other pickup trucks with a 250 and a 300-gallon tank. So we're all over the place. It's not just that truck running.
How many fish are in this trough right here?
Roughly a little over 5,000 each, just from whittled down from the stockings. This year we had roughly around 24,000 total when we started.
How many fish can you carry on the truck?
Depends on size. Right now, how big they are, we're probably pushing 2,800 to 3,000 total on the big fish truck.
And they're going to be making an appearance in Yaktangi Park and also Scioto Trail and other areas as well. They have 15 ponds on this fish hatchery. There's 200 acres. And you saw them jumping around. I wanted to show you this in slow motion. As he mentioned, there were 5,000 fish in this raceway right here. And the reason they're jumping so quickly is they were giving people feed and they were tossing feed out to them. Well, I just had my GoPro camera holding over top of them, and they were just waiting for me to send bait to them. They did, as he mentioned, 24,000 trout this year. Castalia was also doing their open house this weekend. I was looking at some of their information. They've done 83,000 trout last year. Wow. 464,000 steelhead trout. And of course, they're close to Lake Erie, so they're helping to provide a lot more up there. But there's one more open house to be held, and that is coming up May 4th, and that is the London State Fish Hatchery. If you want to find out more details, simply go to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see that entire interview that we did with Jim, and he told me come back anytime. They do self-guided tours Monday through Friday, so I was not aware of that either. But all that they have inside, they are sending out, and they had some crop, which you can find on the YouTube video. These things were this big,
that big,
and about that big around. Wow. And they captured them over from Rocky Fork. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they bring the carp in, and then they take their eggs and they feed those to the muskies that they're raising. And you saw those muskie eggs. Yeah. It looked like a bunch of little tiny marbles inside. All those they'll put into a trough. They'll feed the muskie or the carp eggs to them, and next thing you know, they'll start growing, and then they'll turn them out into the ponds as well. So the rainbow trout, they started growing last fall, and now they're doing the muskies this spring. They'll be ready for release later this year.
Gotcha.
So, pretty cool. So if you've never visited, you want to make sure you go and check them out.
And check out that video from Twitter Media.
Yes.
Speaking of something not to miss, don't miss the Best of Pickaway County High School Art Contest. It's presented by Arts Round each year. Discover over 200 stunning pieces of talented local artists as they put out their artwork. Join in the fan voting to crown the best in Pickaway County. Now, show hours are Thursdays 4 to 7, Friday 1 to 7, Saturdays 11 to 5, Sundays 1 to 4, and Arts Around Gallery is located at 135 West Main Street in Circleville, and it is free admission.
A good friend of mine, we graduated together. He's no longer with us. He passed away. Ed Villette was the founder of the Asheville Viking Festival. And this is something that takes place every year up in Asheville at the last weekend in April, which is just around the corner. And of course, their mission is donation for the food pantry. So cans of food, soups, peanut butter, ramen noodles, and so on and so forth. Non-perishable, not expired food. So they also say, please, no glass jars. It goes through a lot of hands to gather and sort and be available, and glass can break. So they want to make this as safe as possible. But if you've never, these are people that they dress up as Vikings. I know that Ed, during his living days, he was a Viking and would always be seen at the Renaissance Festival over in Clark County, and usually with a big turkey leg in his hand and everything too. So didn't get the chance to catch up with Ed before he passed away, but what a great memorial through the Asheville Viking Festival.
And again, that's the last weekend in April. Does that count Friday, or they just do Saturday, Sunday?
I believe it's just Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha. The Encore Community Theater, located in Washington Courthouse, has their program coming up. It's called Footloose. You've probably seen the movie. Maybe you've even seen the musical. Set to captivate audiences of Washington Courthouse and surrounding areas, the new community organization invites performers from 8th grade to 99 years of age to audition for an opportunity to be part of this exciting new venture. Auditions are April 22nd through 24th, with the show running June 28th through the 30th.
What do they have against people over 100 years old?
Well, they probably can't shake a leg like they used to.
I'd like to see me doing that at 99. OU Chillicothe Early Childhood Development Center will host a Kinship Connect, and that's April 22nd between 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. to discuss summer resources for area families. Always looking for things to do with the kids. Call 740-702-7222 for more details.
We've heard of this guy before. Dr. Robert Kroger is back in town, or will be, bringing his barn-telling stories and paintings to the Pump House Center for the Arts. That'll be Tuesday, April the 23rd at 6 p.m. And again, that is open to the public.
A different kind of barnstorming. Highland County Health Department will have their first dumpster days of the year, April 23rd through the 24th. They'll have 2 dumpsters at each event. Gather up all the junk laying around your house and bring it in. From 9 until 4, the dumpster will be located at their office at 1487 North High Street in Hillsboro. It's a first-come, first-serve event. Once the dumpster's full, the event will be finished. Follow their Facebook page for more details.
A Community Arbor Day celebration in Jackson. That'll be coming up on April the 26th at Manpower Park. The event starts at 11 a.m. and will feature a limited number of free tree seedlings from the Jackson County Soil and Water Conservation District.
Coming up on National DEA Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This will take place at the Ohio University of Lancaster campus, Granville Park there or Granville Pike in Lancaster. Community action will also be shredding confidential documents, 2-box limit per vehicle, by the way. So if you've got some old prescription medication you need to dispose of, Lancaster Police Department there to help you out.
And again, that's a national event, and as they keep putting that out on social media in the other counties or communities, we'll pass that along to you. The Ohio Wildlife Council has approved the 2024-25 hunting and trapping seasons in the state for white-tailed deer, migratory birds, small game, and fur bearers. Among changes include bag limit increases from 2 to 3 deer in Clinton, Fayette, and Pickaway counties. Deer bag limit increases are designed to slow herd growth and increase hunting opportunities. And the road report today, and it is today that this project gets underway, resurfacing on U.S. Route 35 between State Route 138 and the Fayette County line. Now, there's not a whole lot of miles involved from that short space, but work will occur daily for the duration of the project, which will take us into the summer months. And those are your topics.
Orange barrels.
Yes.
It's part of our summer colors. Coming up tomorrow afternoon, we'll visit with Michaela Bruning, who will tell us about the projects going on throughout District 9 of the Ohio Department of Transportation. So I wonder if she'll be wearing orange and white tomorrow.
Well, today is officially the start of Ohio highway construction season, and here probably by now the story just loaded on our website. We'll talk about it tomorrow about what local projects are all a part of that.
I wonder why they picked April 15th.
Take your mind off taxes, man. Here's what your taxes are going for.
You think it's really bad. Here's some construction barrels for you. So, all right, coming up in a moment to look at sports. A green jacket was handed out yesterday, and more details about what's happening with baseball and more. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 if you would like a dumpster for your business or your home. Whatever you've got going on, maybe a building project or whatever, you need a dumpster. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
It's the details that make the difference between good enough and simply the best. At Skag Power Equipment, the difference is in designing lawnmowers with your convenience and comfort in mind. At Skag, we believe that quality and substance matter, and that you'll appreciate the attention to detail and craftsmanship we put into every single product. Thick steel and heavy-duty components provide you with unmatched reliability and performance. Skag, simply the best.
Visit ChillicotheOhio.com is the web address for the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau, again celebrating World Heritage Week this week. Sports.
Scotty Scheffler's got the green jacket. He won the Masters from the weekend. It's his second Masters title in 3 years after shooting an impressive 4 under 68 to pull away from a trio of challengers on the back nine and finish at 11 under par.
Didn't I hear that he and his wife were expecting a baby like very soon?
Very soon. I saw Franklin Graham had a post. Scotty apparently is a great man of faith. So he was thankful that Scotty shared his testimony in the post-event press conference. The Lady Tigers of Circleville were winners as far as a team title at the Washington Courthouse Track and Field Invitational. That was this past Friday. Hillsboro boys claimed the boys' title at the 8-team field. Now, Circleville girls scored 145 points. Hillsboro took second on the girls' side with 132.5. Hillsboro boys win with 167 points, and Zane Trace boys second with 133 points. A lot of high school baseball, softball, and a couple of tennis matches from over the weekend. And yes, there were a few of the conference rescheduled games. There's baseball in the SVC, Unioto, Logan Elm thumped Circleville in the Mid-State League. Lancaster beat Reynoldsburg. A lot of the other baseball was all non-conference. One conference makeup in softball saw Liberty Union beating up on Amanda. Now today, there's a big SVC softball matchup. The last of the conference unbeatens has Unioto at Adena. The Lady Shermans are 5-0 in the league. Adena's 4-0. There's a number of schools that still have makeup games. This was supposed to be the last game of the first round. Adena still has 2 conference games to make up. Unioto's got 1 because of all the rain that we've had recently.
And while I'm cutting grass, you'll probably be out there.
I'll be out there tweeting or Xing score. This didn't sound right to X a score.
No, it doesn't.
Sounds better to tweet it.
Yeah. Elon, we need to figure out how to do this better.
Exactly.
Reds were winners, and they swept the White Sox over the weekend. 11-4, the final yesterday. They open up a 3-game set in Seattle tonight. By the way, that starts at 9:42. Today is Jackie Robinson Day, in which Major League Baseball players will all be wearing the number 42, hence the start time of 9:42 our time. The Guardians came from behind. They rallied to beat the Yankees in the bottom of the 10th inning, 8-7. For a win there. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, who had clinched a playoff berth on Friday, said, you know what, we don't need to worry about winning the last game. So they dropped their decision to the Hornets yesterday, I think by 10, 120 to 110.
That is correct.
Something like that. So, and the Blue Jackets will have their swan song tomorrow night.
As Carol Burnett pulled her ear at the end of the show, I'm pulling mine for the CBJ. Yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice to see them pick up a win before they close things out.
We'll talk about it if they do.
We'll have a big celebration if they do.
Happy days. But I have not been to but I have a friend that goes to a lot of CBJ. He said the place is packed.
Yeah.
People love hockey, even though the team's not very good.
Did you see, I think it was Channel 10 was showing it last night, the kid that was spared by some guy or maybe it was Fox. I was back and forth with anyway, this is a Cleveland Monsters hockey game, and little kid sitting there, and this puck comes flying over the glass, and the guy sitting next to them puts his arm out like this, and it hits him in the arm.
What a save.
And saves the kid from, and I think he's a 4-year-old kid.
Wow.
He almost got smacked with a puck. And so the mom went on social media, and she's thanking the guy again. And she said, I need to take him out for a meal or whatever. Help me find this guy, because she didn't get his name when they were sitting there. And so they tracked him down. I think there was like 10,000 different views on her discussion, and people tracked him down, and he says, hey, I was at the right place, right time, just trying to help my little guy here enjoy a hockey match.
How about that?
So,
yeah.
But they let him go out, and they put the puck down and let him do the ceremonial face off and everything. And so it's funny because here's this 4-year-old with his puck, and he drops it, and then they pick it up and hand it back to him. He's like, what are you giving it back to me for?
This thing almost killed me. I don't want this thing. Yeah.
But he got a chance to meet the team and everything and all. That's pretty cool. So, fortunately, it was not a tragic situation. But heads up to the guy who just stuck his arm out and said, "I'll protect that little guy."
Yeah.
All right. Coming up, this date in history, we go back to
1912.
Ooh, there ought to be a movie about this.
I bet there could have been a couple of them.
I think we should pick Jim Cameron. I think he could be the guy to put that together.
Be that,
all right.
That guy.
That's coming up. But first, these words.
Litter Quality Propane, they have custom tank colors and wraps for your tanks. Find out how a propane tank can be beautiful at litterpropane.com.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When insuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Time for This Date in History with Mike Smith.
There were a lot of people probably doing this.
Yeah.
As they were going in the water.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, 1912. It was billed as the ship that could not sink or be sunk.
Yeah?
But on its maiden voyage, 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, 1912, the British ocean liner Titanic sinks into the North Atlantic Ocean 400 miles south of Newfoundland, Canada. The massive ship, which carried 2,200 passengers and crew, had struck an iceberg 2.5 hours before. There were more than 1,500 lives of that 2,200 lost. I think the last remaining survivor, it was a woman, and I think she passed away, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. There was a big news story about it when she passed. But
fascinating story. Yeah. I didn't visit when they had the display up in Columbus several years ago.
It's back, though.
Is it back?
It's back now at COSI.
I did not know that.
Have to check that out.
Have to check
that out. Take Amelia,
yeah.
Give her some education.
Yeah.
Something other than...
Stay away from ice cubes.
Blue, what's Blue, the dog Blue?
Oh, Bluey?
Bluey.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever, yeah. Tomorrow, of course.
Which is a really cool cartoon. I got to be honest with you. It's very entertaining.
Tomorrow, of course, Tuesday, we have our Revolutionary War moment. Mm-hmm. But this is second week in a row we're going to have a sports memory that deals with jersey numbers. May not be familiar with this, but we'll cover that tomorrow as well. Also, Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney will be our guest on a special edition of Litter Media Live at about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And we'll have Michaela Bruning in again at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon from the Ohio Department of Transportation. Still to come this week, we've got Dave Huggins will be stopping by for the Buck 50 is this weekend. And also, speaking of running, we'll have Jamie Elliott stopping by. She's participating in the New York City Marathon. We know the Boston Marathon is today as well, and there's some local folks that are running in that too, so we wish them well. And before we wrap up, we got to say happy birthday to Mayor Luke Feeney, who's celebrating a birthday today.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We'll give him a big birthday hug
Captain
when he's
Luke.
here tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the way, we had 2 special editions this morning. If you didn't catch those, you can find it. We'll talk more about it on our topics tomorrow.
Are those available already?
They're on YouTube right now.
On YouTube right now.
And Spotify. You can check them out on Spotify, too.
How about that, sports fan?
And a little later on Litter Media Radio. So you'll be able to check all that as well. Thank you so much for watching our show today. And, of course, if you're with us every day, we certainly appreciate that. Thanks to our buddy, Mr. Meredith, who's watching. He's traffic light sports there from up in Asheville, getting ready for the Asheville Vikings Festival. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with you again with another edition tomorrow here on Litter Media.